Gun Sports Radio is sponsored by Love Radio Network.
It's time to get educated on your Second Amendment right. It's time to get locked and loaded with Gun Sports Radio. Your hosts, Dave Stahl and Lance Pelkey, will teach you everything there is to know about firearms, self-defense, and the laws that affect your American right to own and bear arms. Now, here's your host, Dave Stahl and Lance Pelkey.
All right, folks, welcome. This is Gun Sports Radio. I'm Dave.
Hey, Dave, it's Lance.
How you doing, Lance?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Who's your special guest?
Oh, we've got Tosh Carrington today.
All right.
Amazing
it's
human.
going to be a great show, let me tell you.
Yep.
Hey, folks, Gun Sports Radio, you can listen to our podcast now. Go to gunsportsradio.com. Find it out, all about it. Check it out. This is show 168. We want to thank the Gun Range San Diego for all their support. 7853 Balboa Avenue. 10 to 10, 7 days a week. Go to thegunrangesandiego.com for all of your gun enthusiast needs. They are the Nordstroms of gun ranges, just not the price. So, hey, by the way, folks, we are going to be at the gun show at Del Mar again, December 15th from 1 to 5. You really need to come on down, say hi, get a picture taken with Michael and Lance and myself. I mean, it is going to be so much fun. We were there last month, and I got to tell you, don't listen to all these negative, garbage about, this place not being a good place to come. I never seen so many family members in my life. You really need to check out the Del Mar Gun Show. It is absolutely the best. So how you doing, bud?
I'm doing great, man. What a beautiful day in San Diego.
We're missing the barbecue.
The big barbecue for San Diego County gun owners, their annual barbecue. It's their 4th annual barbecue.
Yeah.
And, man, they have, last time I was there last year, it was over 300 people.
Yeah. Where are they having it at?
It's at a private gun range in the North County of San Diego. Wonderful place. And they bring the hamburgers and the hot dogs out there and have a great time.
Wow.
And then bring what you got up to the firing line. It's really, really, really pretty cool.
Have you shot that range before?
Yeah, I have.
Is it nice?
It's really neat. It's a lot of fun.
And it's outdoor, right?
It is outdoor, and it's actually about over 20 acres.
I love outdoor ranges.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something about
Yeah, that's a neat deal. So if you're interested next time, if you'd like to go to the barbecue, then just join San Diego County Gun Owners.
$10.
Yeah,
$10 a month. Come on, folks.
And they put out a voter guide, and so it's fabulous. But San Diego County
Boy,
Gun
did
Owners.
we find out about the voter guide. Mr. Schwartz went off last week.
Yeah.
Holy moly, he caught me off guard. He catch you off guard?
Well, yeah, but I understand what he's saying.
I totally did too. So, folks, if you didn't listen to it last week, go to gunsportsradio.com.
Right.
It's in the first 15 minutes. Trust me.
Yeah, download the podcast.
Download that podcast because I've never seen him that upset.
Yeah, he was pretty burned up.
But totally justifiable.
Yeah,
So, hey, so who you got in the house?
So
we're supposed to get a call from Joel Anderson, but he's not on the line yet, so he must be still eating hot dogs.
Yeah, he's a super guy. He's running for San Diego Supervisor Council. Yeah.
Council, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, he's not here right now. He's not called in. So, but we have Tosh Carrington, and Tosh Carrington was nice enough to come down today and talk about a really cool organization that does a lot of good, and it's called Saved in America. And so, Tosh, thanks for coming down, man.
You bet.
So tell us about it. What's the program?
So Saved in America is it's a nonprofit organization where we help in the assist and recovery of runaway girls, underage runaway girls.
And these are underage, people under 18 years old. Yeah.
And it was started by Joseph Travers and Jeff Bramstead and Alex Phillips. Joseph is a former police officer, and he's been a private investigator for, I think, almost 40 years. And Alex Phillips is an attorney, and Jeff Bramstead is a former SEAL.
And yourself?
And I'm a retired SEAL.
Yeah. And so tell us about the investigation work that goes into this to try and locate, and then how to potentially find these.
Well, I can talk about the
people.
process.
Yeah.
So when a girl when she runs away, the parents get a hold of us. If they have not made a police report, we ask them to make a police report.
Okay.
We gather as much information from them, and then they give us power of attorney to help them assist in the recovery of their daughter.
Man, this is a really big service. I mean, for people, and I can't imagine.
Can you imagine losing your daughter?
Yeah, someone or daughter running away, and then next thing you know, you don't hear from them for a long time, and
or
then
ever.
Right. And
the
then
ever part is the fearful part.
Oh my gosh, it just
Yeah, we had a couple cases. Well, one specific that I helped on the assistant in the recovery on. One of the girls, we got her right before she was getting shipped down to Mexico.
Wow.
She was sold to the cartels.
Gotcha.
And we were able to recover that girl.
Man, oh man.
So you guys, and it takes money to run this. It's a nonprofit organization, right. Okay. And then I understand you have a fundraiser coming up.
Yes, we do have a fundraiser. It's November 7th, 5:30 to 8:30 at Estancia La Jolla Hotel.
That's a nice place.
Nice hotel.
Yeah.
And we're going to do our fundraiser. You guys, if you come out, you'll see some of the work that we've done. You'll hear from the parents, and
yeah, that's amazing.
And then we have an auction and all that stuff.
Oh, that's great.
So they're going to have silent auction items and what have you. If anybody wants to be part of it or help out, is it too late?
No,
just go on the website and get in contact with
what is the website?
SavedInAmerica.org.
SavedInAmerica.org.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. And then, like I said, all the proceeds go to what you guys are trying to do.
Right.
And that's how many children have you saved so far?
I don't know the tally right now. On our website, it's over 200.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
And you've only been doing it how long?
People.
Since, I believe Saved in America has been around since 2014.
Okay, so 200 kids. That's a lot of kids.
In 5 years. I mean, that's
and that's not even a drop in the bucket.
No.
But
it is to every family.
Do you find this, do you get a lot of cooperation from local police?
It depends on the city and the location. Las Vegas has been awesome. We've been working with Las Vegas. We went out there twice to help.
Boy.
The sheriff has been pretty good here.
So what happens to these criminals when you catch? I know you're not going after the criminal.
We're not going after the criminals.
You're going after the kids.
We're going after the kids.
So once you grab the kids, are you able to turn those guys into law enforcement, or do you even bother?
Most of the time, yeah, that's not even a concern of ours.
Gotcha.
I mean,
you're mainly trying to save kids.
Our number one priority is the girls. Yes.
And I'm sure you can't really talk about it because these are kids, but the stories you must hear when you rescue a child.
Oh, yeah.
Because those kids know where they're going. They know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And they have got to be just blown away when you step in.
Yeah. Some of the stories you hear are just horrific.
Yeah, just horrific.
Yeah.
Now, is the problem mainly like in North County, or is it in South Bay, or is it just San Diego in general?
San Diego in general. San Diego County.
Gotcha.
I think.
So there's no regional.
Yeah, according to NECMEC, there's 300,000 missing children a year. Okay, nationwide, and San Diego County is 10% of that number.
Why don't we hear anything in the news? Why don't we hear people?
Well, you got to understand too. There's a time period where is it a runaway, a girl that's just mad at her parents?
Yeah.
And so a lot of that stuff. It falls by the way. It doesn't seem high priority to people until it's too late.
Right? Or it's your daughter.
Or it's your daughter, right?
Then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose.
And so I think there's laws that say that the police can't do anything until a certain amount of time has happened. According to a study done by Dr. Amy Carpenter of USD, 1/3 of all missing children are approached by human traffickers.
1/3. That's ridiculous.
So Tosh is going to stick around for the show, and we're going to pick up some more from him here in the next couple segments.
Let's do that. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Gun Sports Radio, FM 96.1, AM 1170, the answer. Welcome back to listen to Gun Sports Radio, FM 96.1 AM 1170. The answer. Hey, by the way, this is normally John Dillon's segment, Gatsky Dillon and Balance LLP. But he is working hard at his desk, so he's not able to call in. So we do have a very special guest. Who have you got there, buddy?
We've got a very special guest. You're right. John Dillon is working on filing some more cases on behalf of us Californians. So I got to hand it to our good friend John Dillon at firearmslegal.com.
So before we do that,
Yeah.
for those of us in California, lawful AR ownership is increasingly under attack. California assault weapon laws make it impossible to legally keep your AR rifle with the features it was born with. What's the solution? It's the Cali Key. The Cali Key removes your rifle from the definition of an assault weapon by converting any mil-spec direct impingement AR platform rifle into a straight pull bolt action rifle. It's a true drop-in solution. In less than a couple of minutes, you are good to go. No milling, no aesthetic modifications, no turning off your gas systems either. Keep your entire AR collection intact with Cali Key. That's K-A-L-I-K-E-Y, K-A-L-I-K-E-Y.com. Hey, and while you're looking at Cali Key, what's the best defense to self-defense and those horrible new red flag laws? Firearms Legal Protection. Mike Lance and I use them, and what a great comfort to know that Firearms Legal Protection is there for us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and anytime we get into a situation, they will be there for us, specifically if it's firearms related. Firearms Legal Protection is the best legal protection for self-defense. You need to be ready if that knock on the door comes to take your guns away using the red flag laws. Talk to the good folks at Firearms Legal Protection today. That's firearmslegalprotection.com, Firearms Legal Protection, or firearmslegal.com, firearmslegal.com. Call them at 469-310-9100. All right. Hey, Joel, how you doing, buddy?
I am fantastic. Thank you so much for having me on.
You're always fantastic. You're the happiest politician I've ever met.
Well, I'm not really a politician because I'm between jobs right now, but I'm hoping to be your county supervisor.
And that's why we have him on the show.
Well, that's why we have you on. We only bring the winners on, so you won't have any problem at all. Get your suit back out, get your ties, and get ready.
Well, I have to tell you, Dave, for all the times I've gone to KUSI, I've never been there that I didn't see you. You are the hardest working guy in radio.
I try. I take after you. I mean, you know it. I mean, you work 7 days a week, 365 days a year as well, because it's all for the people.
Absolutely. But I wish my job was more like yours because it's all positive. You're always featuring some new car, some new motorcycle, some new vehicle that is just mind-blowing. Yeah. And I always appreciate seeing you on KUSI. And I really appreciate you on Sundays on this channel talking about guns, talking about liberty, talking about freedom.
I'm telling you, well, I couldn't do it without my good buddy Lance Pelkey and Michael Schwartz. But you know what? We're passionate to the point we're going to extend this show to 2 hours. That's how important the message is.
Well, not only is it important, but Lance is a rock star, and so is Michael. Yep. Those guys work so hard for our civil liberties, for our right to bear arms, and I'm grateful that they're there. You know, as a state legislator, it was really sad over the last 12 years watching other communities lose their constitutional rights while San Diego still fought hard. Right. And so I'm grateful for those guys. They're doing an awesome job.
Well, I appreciate it, my friend. And speaking of an awesome job, thanks again for stepping up when the Del Mar gun show thing was going down and the Del Martians were trying to put that down, against all of San Diego County. And there you were.
The Del Martians?
The Del Martians.
Is that the new name for these people?
It's the old name. It's what they are. So, and tell us what you did.
Well, sad but true. So every year that we had the gun show, they always fought to close it down. And whether I wrote a letter in support or whether I showed up in person, I'm sorry, the fight's on. I love freedom. I love being an American, and I'll never give up my civil liberties. And that means that I have a right to bear arms. And as your county supervisor, I'm going to fight hard to make sure that we have a place to shoot, that unlike Diane Jacob, who wanted to stop our right to use public federal land to shoot our weapons, I will be working hard to make sure that we have more opportunities. You know, I just don't get it. I don't know why so many Californians hate America. I love Trump. I love what he's doing, and I'm going to support him. I'm going to support everybody who supports our liberty. And I just have to say, Lance, thank you so much for all your hard work. And also, Michael. Michael does a great job over at the gun owners.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, San Diego County gun owners and Mike has done an amazing job with his organization, and we certainly appreciate you. And also, so tell us about your race. Which one you're running for, and what does that encompass?
So, Diane Jacob is termed out. Okay. I'm no longer in the state senate.
Right.
And so I'm running for county supervisor. We have 400 volunteers are walking precincts, but that's not enough. If somebody's out there who cares about our liberty, who cares about our Constitution, who cares about our county and how we address items, come on down to my campaign office. It's 500 Fessler. It's across the street from Parkway Plaza. If you Google me, you'll find it right away. But we have 400 walkers walking precincts. I'm old school. I believe that we win elections by reaching out to people and touching them. Not this fancy Dan stuff about just dropping mailers and not being in touch with the people. If I get elected, I represent the same district that Diane Jacob represents. And what's important is if I don't hear from you, I can't represent you to the best of my ability. I was notorious as a state senator of having community coffees, asking people what's important to them, because I want to represent you to the best of our ability. That's the problem with California. All these state legislators, our governor, are dictating down to us. I'm sorry. They are our servants, and they've lost track of who they should be serving. Yeah. So I've never lost track, and I really appreciate your support.
Well, we're here for you for sure.
It's our pleasure, and we know that you're you live in Alpine. You're a neighbor of Dave.
Yep.
And so
we hang out at Albertsons together.
Listen. Let's just make it clear. I stalk Dave. Dave is an Alpinian rock star. That guy does so much for charity. He does so much for our community. I love Dave.
Hey, well, you know what's our job? Everybody should be giving back a penny to a million, no matter what. That's our job.
Absolutely.
Everybody should do it. All right, buddy. Hey, I'm going to let you take off. Thank you very, very much for calling in. We got it. And what can people do to help you? Where can they go?
So I have 400 volunteers. They're all young people. I need more drivers. I need people to volunteer on my campaign and drive these young people to precincts to get our message out. So if you have a car and you have a driver's license and you're more than 21 years old,
Dave,
I need your help.
Hey, so I'll send you an email, because this week they could have rode in a 198,000 Range Rover. I know. Yeah, I'm happy to do it. No, I mean, because Monday through Friday from 9 to 4 or 5, I'm pretty much wide open, and that's probably when you need these kids, right?
So we walk Tuesday through Saturday, and I'm thinking, if you show up, it's going to be some grandiose car or SUV.
Right.
Because every time I watch you on KSI, you have these incredible Aston Martins, you have these incredible Subarus, Toyotas,
bring a school bus. He needs a school bus, Dave.
Now, hey, Lance wants me to go. Lance wants me to road test a school bus. That way I can pick them up all at once. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be electric or something crazy.
You got it. I'm definitely going to email you tomorrow morning. We'll get that all set up.
And what's the website?
Yeah, what's that website one more time?
Just Google Joel Anderson for soup.
Boom.
It pops right up.
There you go. All right, buddy. Always good talking to you. We'll talk to you down the road.
You bet. My pleasure.
All
Thank
right.
you.
I'm going to do that. That sounds like a lot of fun.
That's
might
right
as
up your
well.
alley.
Yeah, it's either that or dogs.
And he could have, he needs people to help.
Yeah. All right. So you still got a couple more minutes. What were you going to slide in here?
We're talking about the 15 gun laws that Newsom passed.
I didn't even read them. I didn't want to get angry.
Oh my gosh, and so
I knew I'd let you get angry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. So our good friend, John Dillon, normally is the one that's going to call and give you all the great news, Dave. Mm-hmm. And so he said, "Hey, Lance, why don't you mention the, and ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't looked this up, you could just actually, just Google Gavin Newsom 15 gun laws. But I mean, it's everything from the precursor parts." Where, if you just got bits and pieces and you want to put it together, or if you just need to replace a part on your AR, you're going to have a background check and all that kind of stuff. So how about the AB 645 requires a Surgeon General's style warning statement on suicide prevention to be placed on all firearms packaging in the state?
Give me a break.
I mean, it just
You're
goes.
You're going to ruin my day, aren't you? You're going to read all 15 of those.
No. I just thought I would highlight the one, and then our local Todd Gloria was the one that spearheaded the AB 893 bans the sale of guns and ammo at the Del Mar Fairgrounds in San Diego County. So that was his, but hopefully Mr. Dillon's going to help. Well, they've already stayed that one, so we're going to be doing our show live at the Del Mar Gun Show. Remember, Dave, on the 14th and the 15th. We'll be there on the 15th. The show itself is both Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
But we'll be there on the 15th I'll do a little promo from 1 to 5,
right,
which will be terrific. Hopefully Hannah will be down also.
I think we'll be in the west.
Is it O'Brien?
East corner of the O'Brien.
Is that what it's going to be this year?
West, in the southwest corner of the O'Brien.
Make sure and come down, ladies and gentlemen.
Find it. Just look for all the racket.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot happening.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of it.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, there's a whole lot more right here on Gun Sports Radio. FM 96.1, AM 1170.
The Answer.
Oh, you're going to do it, huh? Well, Mikey. AM 1170.
The Answer.
That didn't sound like a grovel. What a wimpy little The Answer. Do one more time.
The Answer.
There you go. Now we're talking. Michael Schwartz just wiggle in your chair. Hey, for those of us in California, lawful AR ownership is increasingly under attack. California assault weapons laws make it impossible to legally keep your AR rifle with the features it was born with. What's the solution? It's the Cali Key. The Cali Key removes your rifle from the definition of an assault weapon by converting any mil-spec direct impingement AR platform rifle into a straight full-bolt action rifle. It's a true drop-in solution. In less than a couple of minutes, you are good to go. No milling, no aesthetic modifications, no turning off your gas systems either. Keep your entire AR collection intact at a price you can afford with Cali Key. We love those guys. Check them out. CaliKey.com. That's KALIKEY. KALIKEY.com. All right, hey, this segment's brought to you by the Gun Range San Diego. Nordstrom's of gun ranges, just not the price. 7853 Balboa Avenue, 7 days a week, 10 to 10. Go to the Gun Range San Diego and check out all of the things that they offer you, whether you're a first-time shooter or you're a seasoned shooter. The Gun Range San Diego has it all. And we have Mr. Wonderful on the line, Casey, right down there at the gun range. How you doing, bud?
Doing pretty good. How's everybody holding up?
Just living the dream. How about you? I had a good day. My guests on my first hour, they were asking me what I do, and I was telling them about, doing the gun show as well. And you're going to have some people come down and visit with you. I told them to ask for you.
I'll be here.
And I straightened a young lady out about an AR. You know, I just explained to her, and I said, "Are you happy? You okay with a pistol?" She goes, "Yeah, I don't have a problem with a pistol." Well, guess what? An AR is just a larger pistol. It's a single. It's not fully automatic. She says, "Yeah, they are." I go, "No, they're not. They just look." It's like building
always fun trying to explain it, know. Like a lot of people, they see the news media as we go on our tirades about it. Almost every show we go about it, but it's a lot of people are just so misinformed when it comes to this stuff. There's just always things about it like, ooh, it's a scary AR, it kills people. No, actually ARs and AKs and stuff have the lowest of firearm deaths out of any of them. More people are killed from pistols than all the above.
Well,
so
actually, knives are now in the lead.
Yes. Knives are up there, and the blunt force objects and whatnot. It's weapons of opportunity. Like people getting scuffles and whatnot. It's just if people have evil in their heart and they want to do bad things, doesn't matter what they're going to use, they're going to do it.
Now, if they'd start using plastic knives, then we would have something to fight about.
Poor turtles. Save the turtles.
And we've got Tosh Carrington here too. So Tosh, you do that special class up at the Kearney Mesa.
Yeah, over at SDCGO Studios.
Right.
Yeah.
So anyway, what we're
Yeah,
going to be
you're the
talking
one
about
making all that noise.
We're going to talk about that a little bit more in the fourth deal here. So speaking of ARs.
Speaking of ARs.
So does size matter when it comes to the barrel?
So yeah, it actually is a point. Most ARs you see nowadays, kind of like the standard length, will be 16 inches. That'll be more towards the California, but that's kind of like the par of where it is. Most ARs shoot optimal at 16 inches. At shorter barrels, you're going to have adjusted gas systems and whatnot. You're going to get over gas. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You just have to know what you're doing. But a lot of times you don't see people running longer ARs. I like running. I have an 18-inch rifle that I just built. It is my SPR, modeled up to Mark 12 that we had in the military. One of the smoothest shooting guns out there. A lot of people don't understand that. When you're running a rifle-length gas system with a rifle-length buffer tube, that thing is a kitten. There is no kick to it. There's no. It's 5.56. There's not buck to it, anyways. But it's going to shoot even smoother. It's going to allow you to reach out more precisely at longer distances. These ARs, you see people reaching out to 600, 700, 800 yards with it easily. Is there going to be a lot of velocity to it at that point? Depending on what round you're using, but it's still a very optimal thing to use. And it's something that people really need to think about spreading out. I've seen people have, 10 ARs and they're all 16 inches. Come on, get a little bit of diversity in there. Stretch it out a little bit. You'll be surprised at what these weapon systems can reach out and do.
And do people pretty much just, buy what's on the rack and they don't really ask about barrel length?
Most of the time, yeah. Some people will come in with the mindset, I just want an AR, nothing fancy, nothing too crazy. And so, we have our standard ARs there. And there's other people who we'll talk them in. It's look, you can build this exactly how you want it. You can get what barrel you want. You can get the rail system what you want.
Sure.
Whatever you want. That's the cool thing about ARs is they are so modular. I talk about the Glocks of how we call them the Honda Civics because they'll run forever and you can do whatever the heck you want to it. AR-15s, pretty much the same way. It's extremely customizable. Everybody, most places you throw a stick and you'll hit a gun store that somehow manufactures or, has some sort of AR-15 parts in it. It's one of the most standard rifles out there.
Right. So Casey, when somebody comes in and asks for an AR, do you ever ask them why they want an AR?
Yes, absolutely, every single time.
What's the general consensus? What are you getting for reasons from most of the public?
It's 50-50 between just having a good time and fun, perfectly cool.
Yeah.
The other one is home defense or self-defense. And when they say that, I start going into a little bit more. It's okay, is this one that you're going to plan to, be inside your house? Or are we talking, when the boogaloo happens, we got to, go out there and fight a tyrannical government?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When it's into home defense, if you're trained to do, room clearing and stuff like that, hey, ARs are good, but you always have to worry about that over penetration.
Mm-hmm.
There's just no ands, ifs, or buts about it. You don't see too many home defense shoots. You see them with the AR-15s and it works, but there's also the other aspect where you see people, messing around with their gun in their house, not paying attention, and they do a negligent discharge and it kills their neighbor 3 buildings over.
Right.
So home defense, yes, is a viable option to a point, but that's when you always have to worry about, what's on the other side. So in an apartment building, something like that, not viable. Me, I've got my ranch out in East County. My closest neighbor is almost a mile away. So me and AR-15, I could do that.
Right.
I'd be very comfortable doing it. But you always have to understand that situation dictates.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly right.
A lot of times people are just like, oh, I just want an AR-15. They always look fun. They always look to shoot. Absolutely. Shooting an AR-15, they are fun. People get so scared out here on the range, like, oh no, it's too big. I'm like, look, this 9mm pistol, you're gonna feel more recoil in this 9mm pistol than you are this 5.56 rifle, just because of how it's designed. You got this big old buffer system in it, and once they shoot it once, you're like, oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
Well,
Isn't that the truth about everything gun related?
Absolutely.
Son of a gun,
of people
I didn't
get
know
really
that.
scared. We're a lot of us, the RSOs in there, that's what we're there for. So we're always in there teaching people. And the first thing I ask them, if I have a group of new shooters that have never touched a gun before, I always ask them, are you afraid of a gun? And every once in a while, people are like, yes, I'm terrified of them. And my go-to thing is I literally grab the gun and I start banging it on the desk. And it just kind of shocks them. I'm like, look, this is a piece of metal and plastic that is not going to do anything unless you make it do. And they just the wheels start turning their head like, oh, you're right.
Yeah.
It's all human interaction. You can tell a gun to shoot all day. It ain't going to do it.
Yeah. It's all common sense.
Dispelling fears. Yeah. Well, common sense is not a common virtue most nowadays. It gets a little sporty every once in a while.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah. It's, and we don't blame anybody here. We don't, treat anybody negatively because they don't know. That's not what we're here for.
Right.
I'm not going to be like, oh, you don't know anything about guns. Get out of my face. I'm going to treat you like garbage. Absolutely not. I want people to enjoy the sport of shooting. The more people we have on our side, the better it is for the entire nation.
Well, and you can't be afraid to talk to other people about it. Like this morning. I mean, and these were kids. Mm-hmm. These were kids were 15, 16 years old, and you could just see the fear in their eyes when I mentioned it. And then I explained to him, I go, it's nothing more than a piece of metal or plastic. That's exactly what I told him. I said, it doesn't get dangerous until you get behind it. So you need training. You need training, exactly. And you need to understand, how to handle it.
Yeah, like yesterday we had the UCSD, the shooting group, come in here to the range.
Yeah, from
great event. We had a lot of people in here that would never touched a gun before, and they were a little bit nervous, but we just had the mentors in there walking them through everything, and it was outstanding. It's always that first shot or that first gunshot that they hear is where they're like, okay, the nervousness start kicking in. Mm-hmm. But once you walk them through it and get them to understand that they are in control and it is perfectly fine, it's smooth sailing from that point. It's always that first shot that they just have to, push the gun out, line their sights up, and pull that trigger for the first time. After that, it's either they're going to love it or they're absolutely going to hate it. There's no in between for most times.
And
it's like skydiving.
Yeah.
When you jump out of an airplane that first time, you're either going to love it or you'll never do it again.
Have you done that, Dave?
Exactly.
No. Are you going to jump out of an airplane?
No, but my daughter did.
A perfectly good airplane.
Perfectly good airplane. No,
Flew and
I'm not
everything.
going to do that. Hey, real quick, what do you guys got on sale?
Right now, we're actually kind of stocking up for our Black Friday sale. We're going to be dishing out the prices for that. So we are getting a massive amount of, we got Glock 19s in. We got everything in right now at the moment. So we're basically, we're pretty much stocking up for the next big sale will be our Black Friday sale. Ammo, we still have our same prices for 9mm. It's $115 for 500 rounds.
Great.
So we keep that in there. We have a couple 1,000-round boxes of CCI in for $199 right now. Again, if people want specific ammo or anything, they can come to us. We know how hard it is to get ammo out there nowadays. We just go through our distributor. So if people are looking for a specific weight, grain, whatever, come to us, give us a phone call. We'll see if we can get it in for you.
Right. And if not, you'll find somebody that can.
Exactly. We have a lot of good distributors attached to our range here that we can reach out and we can make a lot of good things happen.
And then you sold all those 9mm rifles that I love?
Yep. Well, we got 2 more of those Ruger PC9 carbines in.
Oh, those are fun.
I have another guy that was coming in. He wanted to get one today because he wants to start the PCC, the pistol carbine or pistol caliber carbine, 3 guns and stuff like that. And those Ruger PC9s, I see a ton of people running them out here just because you can avoid all the California.
They're using those in 3-gun?
Wow.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, those are fabulous. Everyone should have one of those.
I've seen a couple of those here in the range that guys, they had like carbon fiber forend on it. The thing weighed like 4 pounds. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, December 15th, you're invited to come to the Del Mar Gun Show, and we would love to have you co-host with us if you're able to come
December 15th?
out. Yeah, we're
I
going
will
to be
put it
out
on my
there.
calendar.
Yeah, we'll be there from 1 to 5.
Outstanding.
Yeah, 1 to 5.
I will put it in my calendar right now.
Yeah, 1 to 5 on Sunday.
Exactly.
You got it.
You're more than welcome to come out. We'd love to have you out there, and I'm sure all our listeners would like to see your mug anyway.
I'll make sure I shave my face so I can't be recognized.
Awesome.
All right, buddy. Hey, folks, that's thegunrangesandiego.com, thegunrangesandiego.com. Go in and see Casey, and he'll give you even extra special treatment. Right? Right.
Darn right.
All right, buddy.
Have a good day, everybody.
Take care. All right, we're going to take a quick break, folks. This is FM 96.1, AM 1170.
The Answer.
All right, folks, welcome back. You're listening to Gun Sports Radio, FM 96.1, AM 1170.
The Answer.
This segment is brought to you by Firearms Legal Protection. What's the best defense for self-defense and those horrible new red flag laws? Firearms Legal Protection is where you need to be. Mike Lance and I use them, and we are thrilled. Firearms Legal Protection is a legal defense program for lawful gun owners with a 24/7 emergency hotline and plans designed specifically for the firearms owner. Firearms Legal Protection is the best legal protection for self-defense. You need to be ready if that knock on the door comes to take your guns away using red flag laws. Talk to the good folks at Firearms Legal Protection today. That's Firearms Legal Protection at www.firearmslegal.com. Call them at 469-310-9100. Firearmslegal.com, 469-310-9100. Hey, we got Sam the Gunman on the line. How you doing, bud?
Good. Rainy.
Oh, hot, sunny.
75 degrees.
Okay. Well, I mean, at least we don't have a season out here called On Fire.
That's true. And your uncle's not with us today. He's stuffing his face with hot dogs and hamburgers.
San Diego County.
There are worse ways to spend an afternoon.
I thought so, too. So
this
it looks to me like your question might be a little on the wimpy side because, Mike's not here. So let's see what we got.
Well, we'll see what we got. So this is our Stump the Nephew segment here. And by the way, if you want to listen to some of Sam's previous questions posed to him, then listen to our podcast. Go to San Diego County, or San Diego County. Go
See,
to
I'm glad you did it, too.
I did it, too, yeah. Gunsportsradio.com. So funny. Okay, so here we go. The question.
Ta-da.
There we go. And this is, let's see. This question is from Lupe. Oh, really? Okay. So Lupe in Chula Vista. Lupe in Chula Vista said the most famous sniper in the world was Simo Haya, also known as the White Death, used what rifles for his roughly 500 confirmed hits?
All right. Thanks for the question, Lupe. Simo Haya, also known as the White Death, was a Finnish sniper during the Winter War and the Continuation War, what we would call World War II. His primary targets were Soviet officers because the Soviet Union was in the process of invading Finland at the time. And he used a Mosin Nagant rifle, which it's kind of interesting because Finland wasn't actually producing them. They would just capture a bunch and refurbish them from captured Soviet stockpiles. Anyway, he used a Mosin Nagant with iron sights, mind you.
There you go. Dang it, he nailed it again.
As usual.
That's fabulous. Now, he used the Mosin Nagant, and was there another rifle used by any chance that you're aware of?
I think so, but I can't name it off the top of my head. I know the vast majority of his confirmed kills were with the garbage rod.
Yeah, yep. And then it was rumored, and maybe it's a fact, that it was a Finnish M28 or M30, but the Mosin Nagant, that absolutely was it. And once again, you nailed it. And congratulations. And Lupe in Chula Vista, let us know if you have another question. Because I think that was a pretty good one. and I like the way that he expanded on it. He did a great job filling in the audience on how that came about. So fabulous. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show. Great job as always. And, I hope you stay dry there in beautiful Virginia.
I hope so, too. Thanks very much for having me on.
Oh, our pleasure.
The pleasure is all ours. Thank you very much.
All right, let's take it. There you go. All right. So now we got Tosh. He was in today.
I thought we just keep talking. Tosh came in and we're talking about Saved in America. And so, again, rescued over 200 minors. Are they all female?
Yes, all of our recoveries are females.
Okay, so all these females. And are these recoveries mostly in San Diego County?
Most of them, yes.
Okay.
Some of them are from other locations, but
Okay.
they ended up here. Some of them are out of state.
So do
Some
you
of them
go
are
where
out of state.
You go where the kids go? I mean, if you say somebody in San Diego says, I can't find my daughter, I think she's in Vegas.
Yes, absolutely. We'll go wherever the leads take us.
Okay, so what does this cost the parents for you to do this?
Nothing.
Nothing.
We don't charge a dime.
So you must be having a fundraiser here in the next week or two.
We are having a fundraiser here November 7th at the Estancia La Jolla Hotel.
Over there by UCSD.
So now are you a nonprofit? So this could be
we are a nonprofit.
So this could be a tax deduction if they were working with Lance.
Absolutely.
Well, it's a fantastic organization. What's the website again?
It is savedinamerica.org.
And ladies and gentlemen, you should look this up because it's amazing what they do. Incredible work if you know anybody who needs some help. But also, too, I mean, look what they're doing. These are all volunteers. Right. They don't have paid staff. They're all working to come together to save these young ladies and their families, and it's just an amazing thing. So if you find a couple extra bucks in your heart to go to the website and just donate, that would be fabulous. Certainly, if you can go to the dinner, would be terrific. If you maybe if you even wanted to name a charity for your IRA or something like that one of these days, savedinamerica.com because these guys or .org rather, these guys do an amazing job.
So let me ask you this, Tosh. So let's say, is there a time limit that a parent can contact you as far as the child being gone?
No.
I know the sooner they notify you, the quicker you're going to get the child.
Absolutely.
But there is no time limit.
There is no time limit. I guess our time limit would be is if they become an adult or not. So 18.
And once they turn 18, you can't.
It's a whole nother ball game at that point. Yeah.
A whole new set of laws.
Yes.
And regulations.
Yep.
Okay. What's the turnaround rate roughly? I mean, when somebody like 10 people call you, out of the 10, how many do you think you normally can find?
It's
I know.
Believe it or not, we don't get that many calls.
Well, that's good.
No, that's not good because you heard the stats earlier. There's 300,000 missing children.
Why wouldn't they call? Well, maybe they don't know about it.
They don't know we're out there. They don't know that we exist. And so
are you able to go on local television?
We are starting to expand out and do more of this.
I have a motorhome.
They have a motorhome?
They have a motorhome.
Yeah,
it's their command center.
But I can get them a K. I think
you can bring the command center.
You need to be on KUSI and Channel 8
Joseph.
and 10.
Joseph has been doing a lot of appearances.
Okay, good.
I think he's got some bigger shows coming up
that
he's going to be on.
Like
I really don't pay attention a whole lot to that because
he's an ops guy.
You're busy working. Wow, I tell you, it's just frightening when you think about it.
Well, it's the awareness, and that's the big reason I think I'm here. Is I want people to know that this is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
According to that study from USD, there's one recruiter in every public high school and junior high in California.
A recruiter, as in
a recruiter, bring the girls out. So
really?
Yeah. So the sex trafficking is tied into the drug trafficking.
Sure.
They're one and the same. And the way to get into the gangs, one of the ways is to recruit girls into their program.
Gotcha.
And
they don't go.
Yeah. So there's one recruiter in every high school and every junior high,
wow,
which should blow your mind.
That blows my mind.
That's disgusting.
And those are students.
These are students. Yeah.
So
they're actively trying to get girls from these schools,
and they get rewarded through the gangs, the MS-13s of the world.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
However they do it. I'm not familiar with that.
And you don't
that side of it.
You don't really care.
I don't really care.
All right. So
it's good to know what the process is. I just, I don't have the experience of the police officers on our group. They understand how all that works.
How do you show restraint? Because I know there's got to be an occasion where you've got the kidnapper right there.
No, every case that I've been on, it pretty much is we're locating the girl.
And you're just grabbing the girl and going.
We're not grabbing the girls. So the way our operations work is we get the information from the parents. They give us power of attorney. Our Frank, our social media guy, our social network guy, he starts the investigation. He's talking with the parents. He's gathering the information. He's going on social media, and then he locates the girl. That's when he activates our actionable intelligence guys, which I'm the team lead on.
Right.
And then once he has a location where he thinks that girl is, then we set up surveillance. And then once we positively ID the girl, then first and foremost, we'll try to call the police in because there's a police report on the girl.
Sure.
If we don't get that, then the parents, if they can help, we'll use the parents and they'll pick up the girl.
Oh,
okay. We've on all these cases, we've never had to go hands-on any of the girls.
Well, that's good.
And that's what we want. We want to be able to activate the parents. Most of the cases, Joseph and Frank handle with the parents or family members where they can get them to come together.
Try to keep the trauma down as much as possible because it's a very traumatic. It's bad enough the kids are getting taken,
right?
But then to have a confrontation that could.
And most of the girls, they want out.
But I think you and I were talking the other day. There's a couple of them that would just they want to stay.
Yeah. Well, I mean the Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember, drug trafficking, human trafficking, they're side by side. So how do you get these girls to stick around and not be a problem? Load them up with heroin or whatever.
Drug them up.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
And then they become dependent on it. And, the whole process, it's repugnant.
It is. It really is.
Got it. So the website again?
It is savedinamerica.org.
Right. And you said what?
November 7th?
November 7th at the Estancia Hotel in La Jolla.
Yes.
Fundraiser, dinner, sign up.
Yep.
Be there.
Auction items. Cool. Strider Knives have made some knives for us to auction off.
Oh, neat.
So pretty nice.
Sounds like a plan, Sam. Hey, folks, don't forget, December 15th, we're going to be broadcasting live from the gun show at the San Diego County Fairgrounds, 1 to 5. Please show up, show support. Go to our www.gunsportsradio.com for the podcast. You'll get all the old shows. And I want to thank all our sponsors, the San Diego County Gun Owners, the Gun Range San Diego, CAFirearmsLaw.com, that's Dylan Gatsky Dillon and Balance LLP, FirearmsLegal.com, CaliKey.com, and I really want to thank Michael Schwartz, Casey, John Dillon, Brendan, and especially Lance, the Wild Man Pelkey, right here on FM 96.1, AM 1170.
The Answer.
Gun Sports Radio is sponsored by Love Radio Network.